So my homie and I were invited on a double date to go tubing. We accidentally almost wore identical swimsuits, but besides that, all was well. It was nearing the end of the day, so my boy and I went out for another round on the raft. The ladies are pretending they're like in NASCAR or something. They're whipping us all over the place, going way too fast. We both fly off the raft. My friend, when he hits the water, loses his swim trunks. Meanwhile, the ladies thought it would be funny to just keep driving and pretend like they didn't see we fell. My bro is freaking out. He's buck naked in the middle of this lake. His crush is gonna come back any second. And I say, bro, take my swim trunks. What? I have underwear under my swim trunks, bro. Take mine. I'll pretend like I lost mine. They get back. My bro slowly climbs onto the boat. I follow. One hand over my cargo, I say, I think it's time we call it a day. So this girl asked me out on a date. She was cute and shorter than me, so I was pumped. Little did I know I was almost going to die. We drove 90 minutes to a really nice Mexican restaurant, but by the time we got there and ordered, the waiter was looking pretty tasty. Then my burrito arrived, and I took the biggest bite, only to realize that it was full of cheese. Fun fact, I'm deathly allergic to cheese. So I reach in my bag and take way more Benadryl than I should have. About 10 minutes later, I'm in the passenger seat of my own car, sleeping, faces puffed up as a pufferfish, as my date is driving me to meet my parents at the doctor's office. And yes, that was our first and last date. It's first grade, I'm riding the bus home from school. I was a little late getting on, so of course I got seated next to this guy. Let's call him Biff, who reeked of tuna sandwiches, and I'm just minding my business, playing Pokemon on my DS, and he rips it out of my hand. So naturally, I take it back and say it was mine, and then he whipped it out, a small bottle of pepper spray, and just releases the whole thing in my eyes. I'm squealing like a hog. My eyes are literally like Niagara Falls, and let's just say Biff wasn't allowed to ride the bus for 6 years after that. I am terrified of squirrels. They are literally furry, bulgy-eyed monsters. So I'm at Tommy's birthday party, right? And we decide to put a bunch of money on a game of hide-and-go-seek. And I don't like to lose. So naturally, I found a tree with really high branches and shimmied my way up like it was a fire pole. 10 minutes pass. I'm enjoying nature. The sun is shining. The birds are chirping. And then it hopped on my branch. I inch away, and then it leaped at me. I fell 10 feet butt first into a thorn bush. Bloody, bruised, but worst of all, I let out such a loud scream that the seekers found me, and I lost all my money. I got second place, and I hate silver medals. So I did an in-person loyalty test at Chipotle. I had just ordered my chicken bowl double beans to go, and this guy called me over to his table. He says, hey Brad, I know you from TikTok. My girl's in the bathroom. Can you do a loyalty test on her when she gets back? I'm thinking that's a whole new ballpark. That's a new game. But I can't say no. I walk away. She comes back and the dude goes to the bathroom. I go and just plop down in his seat. I look the girl in the eye and I say, I have a rule that every time I walk into a restaurant, I always say hey to the prettiest girl. So hey. She goes, give me a second, pulls out her phone, and starts texting someone. Her boyfriend walks out of the bathroom and shoots me a dirty look. I immediately grab my to-go bag and headed out. This guy turned where his girlfriend couldn't see him and mouthed, thank you, because she passed the vibe check. Alright, so I know I'm not the most attractive or smartest guy in the world, but I was at the store picking up 11 gallons of coconut milk for the boys' hangout sesh. And then this old lady who was probably getting oatmeal and yams ran into me. I apologize, even though it wasn't even my fault. But she looks upset. Then she says to me something in Spanish. She says, eres tan feo que hiciste Laura a una saboya. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but I was like, oh, thank you. Then, under her breath, she mutters, you stupid donkey. And I go, what? And I was like, I better look up that other phrase. She said, I'm so ugly, I make onions cry. Man, that was not nice. I don't know what was worse, the fact that she roasted me or the fact that I had to look up the roast she used on me. If the name of the game were who can have the most terrible first dates ever, I'd be winning. So a cute girl asked me out to dinner at the most romantic restaurant in the world, Jimmy John's. Things are going good. We're vibing. And then the 50-year-old Karen in the booth next to us throws up everywhere. A chunk of her barf lands directly on my date's sandwich. Then she looks at it and looks at me and then hurls all over me. me. I'm drenched in barf. It's warm, it's gooey, it's gross. And then I hurl all over. And if that wasn't bad enough, the dude at the cash register watching all this looks at his coworker. He says, I quit. Throws his head on the ground, walks out the door. My date and I go to the bathroom to wash up. We go home. We didn't speak for at least 2 weeks after that.